Well, welcome back to Scouting for History, and hopefully, fingers crossed, this is a good day. Kind of mixed emotions about this permission, but you know what? It doesn't matter to me. Finally, the weather is better. I can get out and detect. We had about a 2-week period where there was no rain at all. Dry as a bone. Ground was hard as a rock. And in the last week, the temperatures were blazing hot. It was to the point where I just didn't want to go out and detect. You don't want to dig.
The way you lollygagging around here with them ticks and them shoals, you'd think it was 120 degrees. Can't be more than 114.
But now, the last 3 days, we've had some good rain. Cold fronts moved in. Now it's supposed to be in the mid-70s today. A whole lot better. So let's see what we can find at this permission here. Stay tuned. Let's go. So the old spring house here on the banks of this creek, this is original to the old dairy farm that was right up this road here. This road was the original driveway to the dairy farm. Behind me is an original road going back to the late 1700s. So my theory is that they would bring the milk down here to store for pickup along this road and off to market. Now the new owners have done a lot of work to it, upgrading it and renovating it, but the foundation is original to the 1700s dairy farm that was here. So I might even get in the creek and see what I can find down there, but I'm worried about little bits of sheathing and siding and stuff like that. But hey, you never know till you dig. Let's go. And the first coin of the day, a memorial penny. On to something better. Yeah, not quite sure what it is or was. It looks like it was a modern bullet. Yeah, I think that's what it was. Jacketed bullet. On to the next. Well, after digging a bunch of crap that sounded good, this sounded good. And it is good. It's a mercury dime. Awesome. Outstanding. So there's stuff here, we just gotta find it. Let's go. And now something a little bit older. It's a dandy button. That's awesome. I'll clean that up, you'll see it right here. So happy to have an old relic. On to the next. Yeah, another nice high tone and another giant hunk of lead. That's got to weigh at least a pound and a half. Outrageous. On to the next. Well, it took a little while, but there is a large set. Looks like a matron. I'll clean that up. You'll see that right here. Awesome. Took a little while, but I knew there had to be something old here. On to the next. And back here behind the house is an old water wheel. They probably use this for maybe for power, but mostly probably to bring up water, pump water up for the cows, so they didn't have to go down into the stream to get water. So pretty cool. Don't know how old it is, hard to tell. Doesn't look terribly old, probably late 1800s. Copper. I can't get even close to it. It sets off the detector. On to the next. Well, now a key. It's kind of an old key, not a really old key, but old enough to be interesting. On to the next. Well, and now, an interesting little relic. Looks like it might be part of a rains guide. I'm not sure. Interesting. On to the next. Well, even though the farm property went all the way down to the road, I think the activity stopped here at the creek. The cows were probably kept in by the creek, and the house here was for water and supplies and things like that. But this was probably all overgrown back then, so there really wasn't a whole lot over there. Everything good came from over here around the house that was built, but it's not a whole lot of ground. So there's a property up the street. I'm going to give it a try. Let's go. Well, I moved up the street, and the first signal is another large send. Outstanding. I'll clean that up. You'll see that right here. I've done this house before, but with my Simplex, I think it was. So now I've got the Legend. Let's see what else there is. Well, I'm not sure what it was, but it was something. Curious. On to the next. Well, missed it by a little bit. Not sure what it was. Non-ferrous, but on to the next. And of course, lots of poison ivy. It's everywhere, and after all the rain, giant mushrooms. On to the next. Well, not too old. It's a aluminum good luck token. Well, whoever had it didn't have good luck, they lost it. On to the next. Well, I wasn't sure what I had, but it turns out it's a smashed penny. Copper memorial. On to the next. Well, I'm not sure what it was, but it sure looks silver to me. Maybe silver plated? Not sure. Clean it up real nice. Not sure whether it's broken, whether that's the way it was. Curious. I'll clean it up. You'll see it right here. On to the next. Well, the finds are coming slowly but surely. Well, that's just a dog tag. But I'll clean it up and see if I can get a year off of it. Can't be too old. I think it's aluminum. Alright, on to the next. Well, and the finds keep coming. There's another Merc for the day. Awesome. Awesome. On to the next. So that aluminum dog tag I found, if you find anything made out of aluminum, it's post-Civil War. Aluminum manufacturing really didn't take off until well after the Civil War. And as a matter of fact, little known fun fact, the top of the Washington Monument is a pyramid made out of pure aluminum, which was the most expensive metal at the time. So after that, they figured out how to make it in mass quantities, and the price dropped incredibly. But it's still there. On to the next. Well, after lots of lead and all kinds of junk, I think I have another large set. I think. I'm not sure. Nope, it's a token. I see a cat on it. I'll clean it up. You'll see it right here. Interesting. On to the next. Well, hard to believe, but that's the first wheat penny of the day. On to the next. Well, that's going to do it for this adventure. Not a bad day, if I say so myself. But hey, on to the next one. I got a nice one lined up, but stick around, stay tuned. Don't forget, hit like and subscribe. We'll see you there. On to the next.